Everything comes from the motherfucking dirt. I came up, I've been hurt.
What's happening?
But I always do my motherfucking work. Even though I ain't had nothing, I always knew I was something. It's all about the come up. Let's come up. King, come up in this bitch, nigga.
Remember, y'all used to look down on me. Now I'm doing this shit with a salary. Yeah, I come to the top with a levy. And I'm making this money hilariously. Yeah, I went to the top and on top of me. He want people to come with me. If you say you a dog, you stay with the feet. Hit my knees.
What's up, man? I want to welcome everybody to the show, man. Welcome to Makaya's Hour. Half hour, I try to keep it to, but sometimes the conversation be so good we run over. But it's my show, so who can tell me what to do? But anyway, I want to introduce my guy tonight, man. We go back like rocking chairs, you know what I mean? My boy Sallis, man, a.k.a. Salantino Red. Now, that's a new name, man. I need you to explain that to me, man, so everybody know who know you and don't know you, man. What's going on?
Hey, assalamu alaikum, peace, salutations. Appreciate you humbly, brother, for having me on this beautiful platform, man. 2G's in the pod. Salantino Red, man, that's my new branding thing. It's been my my Instagram account, and that came about. It was just we was talking about smooth names, and my actual mother-in-law, she was like, Salvador is smooth. And I said, all right. I said, Salvador sound like some old, it don't sound like me. And so I was listening to this DJ Quick soon, and she heard that. She was like, well, I'm going to start calling you Salantino. And since you a Kappa and you're light-skinned, red. So I said, cool. I like that. We're going to run with it, but then we're going to use it as a different platform to branch off with. And then one of the things too, you know, Black Life, because it's not a hashtag, it's a lifestyle. It's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Because we come from the culture, the texture of our hair, you know, the content, what we wear, and how we say it, and how we place handshakes, and how we give that. It's life, baby. You know, before us, there was none, and after us, won't. The Alpha and Omega. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Omega. Say it again.
That's what it is, you know.
For real, man. So, hey, man, once again, I welcome you, man, and let's get into it, man. Of course, you are from my hometown, Waterloo, Iowa, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
Give me a little history about you and the Sallises, man, and you know what I mean, because it's a lot of y'all, man. I've been around y'all all my life, man, all the way from, you know, Ricky Moses, you
yes,
know what I'm saying? That's my sister's dad. Rest in peace, my sister. But, you know, I've been around you Sallises, man, all my life, man. Like family. Y'all like family to me, to be honest.
We intertwine. Hey, we always say cuzzo. Sometimes it's a popular, you know, slang word, but sometimes it's from the heart. Now, you family. That's all I'll ever address you as, Kai Fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's the cousin. That's his cousin.
So now, what I want to say is, you know, I get a lot of insight. I get a lot of point of views on, you know, us that's been moved away from the crib, and, you know, talk about the crib, how it was coming up, the fun things, man.
Yes, sir.
Give me some high points of Waterloo, man, that helped you. You've been down here in the Dallas DFW area for what, almost 20 years, maybe more than 20 years.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, you've been down here, you married, you doing your thing, man. You striving. You always been a very, very positive, good brother, you know what I mean, to me, and in my eyes, how you always, you know what I mean, it's been all love. And it was coincidental. I don't know if you really remember when I ran into you the first time down here.
When we were at Cafe Brazil, was that it?
No. It was that CD group.
Oh, yeah, that was like 05, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That I have been down here for a little over in a year. Yeah. That's when I had my daughter's mom was working up there. And I was picking her up, and you was out there.
And we was getting off work. Yeah, dude, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. So it's been a minute, man.
It's been a minute, because after that, then it was Cafe Brazil. When
Yep.
it was me, you, bro. I think Mark, Sal, Corey. Yeah.
Yep. And then after that, was it after that or was it before that when me, you, and Ray D met up? I want to say somewhere, and we was watching the Redskins and the Giants game, and it was just me, you, and Ray D. You remember that?
It was after that, because I remember that time, because then the next time when we watched the game, we were in Dallas.
Yep, it was downtown. Okay, so it was after Cafe Brazil. Okay,
yeah, it was after Cafe Brazil. Yeah.
So back to my point.
Yes, sir.
Give me some high pointers on, man, back in the day, Waterloo, Iowa, man, that still reside and still help you, to this day, man.
Hey, cool. Two things that jump out, and we kind of was a prelude to it. I want to say, two people out of many, because Waterloo was a village there to a certain extent, because we was tribal. Especially during the 90s, we was tribal. No matter who did what, we wasn't like how it is now. But I won't compare the two. I'm only gonna keep it 100. We was tribal. During the 90s, it was gangs was big. I mean, mugs was either getting we didn't have a high death rate, but motherfuckers was getting shot at and people was getting their ass whooped. You had on the road colors or was somewhere else, you could get your mouth split. I remember that shit vividly. You know what I'm saying? I'd be over there in what was that shit? Damn, hold on, man. My gray hair getting to me. Mulberry over there. It was
off Independence. Glenwood. Glenwood, yeah.
And then the Armani brothers took that shit over.
Hey, look.
That shit was,
it's crazy.
So I'm not gonna meander. We're gonna come back to that point, but I say y'all that to say this. Two people, and I can go through a few, but I'll say Mike Cody, who is Mike Muhammad now. He was Mike Cody.
Shout out Mike Muhammad.
Yeah, he pulled us to the side one day, and I can remember who was there. And rest in peace to his queen, his mom. We was at his mom's house off East 4th Street.
Pat Cody.
Pat, yeah, we was on East 4th Street when they lived over there, and he pulled some of us to the side, and we was in there. It was me. I remember it was me, Corey, Brian, Muhammad down in Des Moines that cut at Supreme Cut. We was in there. It was a couple other brothers. I can't remember. And so I had my hat like this, and Mike said, "Yo, we ain't banging out here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't vice lords. You got some of the lit, but turn that hat around and get straight." So I'm like, my bad. So he teaching us knowledge himself. End up out there slinging papers, and it was so odd because the one time I think I did it twice. 2 times that I did it, the first day I didn't have a suit. For whatever reason, I'm just gonna say it was money. I didn't have a suit. So back in the day, we had them rayon shirts. Rayon shirts was the shit. So I had rayon shirts and an African medallion out there slinging my grandma. What the fuck you doing?
Where you get the African medallion from?
With the Muslims. We was on the corner of where Sanders is.
Yeah, right there on Sumner and 4th Street. Right no, Newell and 4th Street.
Newell and 4th Street. So we selling papers, and she was like, "I'm gonna buy a paper from you, but your mama didn't know you down here with the Muslims." Muslims was bad back in the day, but
yes,
it wasn't. So I say I always think, Mr. Muhammad for taking the time to breaking it down to us and giving us, that inspiration. So from that fire, I started looking at different stuff, reading Malcolm X books, speeches, and just learning about self. Now, part 2 to that would be Mickey Wilford Johnson. I say he saved my life because, from Unique, Upper Bound. He was the guru of Upper Bound up until this year when he retired. and he put me in an environment of like-minded people and people that was going out. So they kind of pulled however you thought you were smart, you had to learn from a few of them because they came from all over the country. So I got introduced to people from Cali, from St. Louis, from the East Coast, in an enclosed environment. And then so we took trips, and most of the people, and this is not unique to me or my family, are under the poverty line in Waterloo. So to go on big trips and to get out sometimes it's beyond planning for. It's something that don't happen often. You know what I mean?
Right.
So with that being said, I got the chance to get to different places and see how different people act. I remember the first time getting out of Waterloo and we went to Memphis. You know how black Memphis is. I mean, it was a culture shock because I'm like, damn, it's black people serving gas. It's black people, in the hotel. It's black people everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They got stop takes like we do. They beating, but they got, like you said earlier, they got the Jags and all this. So I'm seeing all that because from one point of view, I thought my neighborhood, my block, my side of town, which is the east side, was what the world consists of.
Right.
So he helped expand my mind, and then kept me out of some of the shit from the summer that some of my comrades was getting into. Because I can remember, that helped me. And then too, when I grew up, I had my father actually lived down here. So my father,
that was in the DW area.
Yeah, he lived in Dallas.
Okay.
So he must have moved down here when I was probably about six or something, around that time. So when I got a little bit older, I would have summer trips where I would come down here for maybe a couple weeks, and that kind of helped spread me up. So Dallas has always been home in the back of my mind. So when I left school, I was like, yo, I'm out. Where am I going to? I was heavy connected in Chicago through Kappa, but I chose to come down here for other reasons. Mainly because.
What college did you go to? You went to Iowa State?
Okay, that's a good one. No, I didn't. I'm a Hawkeye, but I graduated. I graduated. Yeah, I graduated from the University of Northern Iowa. Though I took a couple classes at Iowa, and you might see me. Yeah, you might see me repping the Hawkeyes, and I don't have my mask up, but the Hawkeyes all the time. You be like, but I think he graduated.
I represent the Hawkeyes. I'm a Hawkeye. I like the Hawkeye. I had no Cyclone.
You just like that black and gold. Get out of here.
No, for real. On a real, on my mom's side, the Schulers, you know what I mean? They were all Hawkeye fans. So that was the first really college I ever was in tune to. You know what I mean? They loved them for football. You know what I mean? And it was my great grandparents.
Okay.
So
you know what though, brother? To add to that, I'm gonna build on what we building on. The reason why, what I'm saying, I like Iowa, is because when I was a knucklehead, first and foremost. I mean, I didn't realize, honestly,
I didn't
man.
ever see you as a knucklehead.
Hey, I didn't know that motherfucking class in high school existed after lunch. We was out. We was out. So, long story short, Mickey came to me. He said, look, if you can get these grades, you need to get your grades up. And when I started applying to colleges my senior year, the only school out of 6 schools that I applied to that accepted me was the University of Iowa.
Really?
Right. The only way I got it, how I got into Iowa.
But that's a university, bro. That's a you know what I mean? Come on, man. You asked me like the only school that would is, like, damn, I had to go to Iowa. Like, Oh, man.
Hey, you're right. Somebody held me down, but out of 6, I was like, but at the time my peoples was at UNI, so I wanted to go there, and I couldn't get in. So Mickey
Who the
Johnson told
people?
me,
Keep it
huh,
a
my people,
secret.
huh?
Keep it a secret.
Oh no, man, I'm Lord have mercy.
Wow.
No, we
Hey,
gonna
I'm
keep
gonna tell you.
it.
See,
We gonna keep it.
you making my show so black diverse. Cause usually I keep I keep the thugs on here and stuff. But I know about all that. You know what I'm
Yes, you
saying?
do. Yes, you
I
do.
can honestly say, man, I always looked at myself as the Tupac of Waterloo, cause I was on
No
Tupac.
doubt.
I was on Tupac before I came back. I mean, that was my first. When I had my first car, that was the first tape that I had in there, and I had a damn radio, a boombox in the back seat with the BSD batteries that I used to bump Tupac and Cypress Hill. They was the only 2 tapes I had.
I
You know what I
remember that.
mean? So when they go to the college stuff and you know what I mean, going to the UNI parties and then kicking it
Yes,
with
sir.
A-Rock and all them and arts and in that wanting to be in that type of stuff because arts to me was the closest thing to schooling that I got from DC. The programs that arts had, even though it was about a white woman, you know what I mean, married to a black man, that was the only black cultural back then, you know what I'm saying, close
That
to,
we had
you
in
know
the
what I'm saying,
area.
anybody, you can just come in and just come and do this, you know what I mean? It was different,
And
you know what
express
I
yourself.
mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So coming from DC, when I moved from DC, I would sit at arts front of that damn window with the arts and the different colors and shit, man. It was
Yes, sir.
it was something to me. And then I also wanted to be part of the fucking B connection so damn bad. You know what I mean?
Hey,
My
you
cousins.
auditioned. You couldn't sing and dance in
I
the
wasn't even an audition. I was at home. They was my family, so it was like I was a little cousin. Like,
B connection
man,
celebrities, B.
the only excuse they gave me, is I couldn't be in the group was your last name don't have a B in it.
A B in it.
I'm like, man, come on.
I remember B Connection jumping out a little limo with little dogs and shit. I'm like, these dudes is official. Hey, they was official back in the day.
Come on, man. And I don't care who hear this and how they get mad. If they would have let me in the group and kicked Mike Ice out, if they let me in the group and kicked Mike Ice out, we would have made it.
Kick Mike Ice out?
Yeah, he was the Eddie Kane of the group. He was the Eddie Kane, man. I knew all the damn stuff. A lot of people don't know this, but they might remember, man. At Logan, right? I'm going to Logan. It was me, David Love, Scott Dean.
Okay.
David Love, Scott
Dean. Yeah.
Damn, who else was it, man? It was a few of us. That little crew right there was a few. So we was called the Mesquaki.
The Mesquakis?
Yeah, we was called the Mesquaki at Logan. You can even ask, you can ask Corey Cody. You can ask Corey Muhammad, man. Actually, he was going there then. We was called Mesquaki, right? We had the blue zipper, the dark blue. It was almost the Michigan colors.
Yes, sir.
The blue with the yellow letters and stuff. So it was a West High party.
Okay.
And, it was like, groups supposed to perform and stuff, come in, perform. And so I had stole all of the B Connections moves because I was coming to their practice. I was mad they wouldn't let me be a part of the group. But they was mad they couldn't do shit because my guys wouldn't show up for practice. So I'd be like, let me do it. Let me take his place. They wouldn't let me do it. So I got mad. I stole their goddamn moves and took it back to David Love and Scott Dean. So we was the one we got. Hey, mind you, we had Logan, but we got to perform at the West High party. So
the West Side party.
Yeah, I put the moves there. We went on right before the B Connection, and they came in like late. Nobody seen them until they came to perform. As soon as they came to perform, they start doing their dance moves, and everybody was looking like, oh, they doing their same moves. They was mad as hell. And they found out I did it, but I was their cousin. They were so mad at me, man. They ain't talked to me for a long time. But I was like, man, fuck y'all. Hey, I should have let me in the group.
You the precursor of that damn meme that dude be like, got him.
Got him, goddamn right. I got y'all ass. They was mad, boy. I mean, shit. I'm talking about every single move. It was we had the exact same amount of people, and I said, hell no.
I'm gonna say this on behalf. I'm gonna say this on behalf of B Connection. You bogus as hell.
Hey.
But hey,
we didn't talk about it. You know, me, Worm, Larry, and them. We didn't talk about it. You know, I was like their little brother though. So anybody else, they would have beat them niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Because it was me, they was mad. They was mad. But man, fuck dog. I was mad. Y'all should have kicked that nigga out the group. He should have been in Minnesota. I should have been in Minnesota performing with y'all for Tony Terry and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Getting it in. Hey, and you know what's so ill, bro, Micaiah? And I love this conversation and the platform you're using, because we was in the same area, and I can say, you know what I'm saying, when you said what you was bumping and what you had, I seen you from afar. You know, I might not have been in the car, but I didn't see you because I was over here. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it's ill that we connecting and talking and sharing stuff, man. It's crazy. Because I talk to, you know, I just love talking about, you know, back in those days, only because I like to share the wisdom that to my kids, to tell them how the 90s used to be or how mentalities differ and how they change over time. I remember we used to look at people from the 70s like, man, he's stuck in the 70s. I'm stuck in the 90s. So I understand how it is when you get older.
You stuck in the 90s?
I tell them, they be like, Dad, you tripping. I'm like, nah, my mind goes somewhere else. I'd be like, you know, have your head on the swivel because this might happen. This might happen. If this person has this type of characteristic, I said, that could kill you or get you hurt. I said, sometimes killing you don't necessarily mean death. You could be put somewhere where you don't need to be because you ain't watching. Just watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know, you know, it's been a whole bunch of situations. But just to go back, I mean, because, man, before I went to school, man, because I know you asked me about that, so I'm gonna hold you to that captain thing. You asked me about it. And we can talk about social events or whatever. Just let me know whatever.
No, man. Talk.
Let loose. We left not Waterloo. I went to West Side. I went to Central. No. I went to Central and West Side. And so it was funny. I was just telling my mom this story. And she's like, yo, you remember that? I said, yeah. I said, I remember one time we was at West Side, true guy story. So my man Ray Shep was on crutches, and we were at the windows at West from the lunchroom. And I see some others doing that in the parking lot, right? And I'm like, yo, niggas doing joints. Let me go up there and see if it's, you know what I'm saying, if it's one of us. Man, I get up on it. I think it was Eric Johnson and some other people. I'm only name dropping because it ain't nothing that's gonna expose nobody. Anything else?
Eric Johnson.
So these niggas was kicking a neo-Nazi's ass in the parking lot. And when I'm running up and I'm seeing it, man, I see a look on his ass like, man, we in there whooping this motherfucker's ass, yo. But my thing is this. I'm not saying that to glorify it. I'm gonna make a point. We whooping this motherfucking ass, and the gym teacher happened to come out there was like, go. He getting us off of him. He got us off him enough. What they end up doing is ushering him to the principal's office. If you've been to West Side, it's on the main floor, and they locked that motherfucker. They said ain't nobody getting out, nobody getting in. And then after we figured it out, half the black people was outside. And I'm talking to Mr. Tyson, who was assistant principal at the time. And he's like, yo, y'all need to go back to class. And I was like, no, I'm not going back to class. Y'all got a Nazi up there. I said, you know what that means? That means his beliefs is so strong, he got to stand on it. I said, because what he represents
He either one up here recruiting, or two, he came up here to do some shit he ain't supposed to. And an ass kicking was waiting on him, and he didn't realize that when he woke up.
Goddamn right.
He was kicking himself in the ass, and I said, "Y'all got him in the office." So they had to call the police. And in the meantime, they like, "Yo, y'all need to go back in there." And I'm telling them, "Nah, we not going back in there. But we gonna suspend. We gonna, it's gonna be some disciplinary action." And I'm like, "So let me get this straight." I said, "You gonna suspend damn near all the black people from West High because we ain't going back in?" I said, "Yeah, all right. I want to see that." And Tyson kind of came back. He said, "Look, Sal, you talking on behalf of these people, the people." He's like, "Man, we just trying to get them to go back in." So I said, "But man, you making idle threats though. Just say what you say and be transparent, and we will." I said, "Mind you," I said, "if we have to go to a historical lesson," I said, "this dude came up here flying colors. He could have came up here a regular white boy racist, and he'd have been smooth. We wouldn't have known. He'd have been just another white boy. We go to West High, ain't nothing but majority white people, right?" I said, "But this nigga came flying colors." I go back to saying how we tribal, because at the time in the 90s, it was tribal. You was folks or you was people.
Right.
One of them between. And I tell my daughter, I said, "Oh, this blood shit is cool and it's popular because that color red." I said, back in the day when we was coming up, it was only a select motherfuckers that was blood. And I said it was funny because it was two white boys. Aaron and I forgot their name. They was down with Sean Houston and them, and then they ended up coming out. I said, "But we didn't, it wasn't like that." But because of that mentality, I said, so when we seen my man came up there, flying his colors, it was go time.
Right.
Because the last thing we wanted to do is wait for him to get his peoples. And so anyway, that was that story. And it was just kind of mentality. So I'm gonna skip over a whole bunch of stuff. So then when I get to you and I, we get up there. I'm seeing, some of the frats and some of the sororities. But my older cousin was a Kappa. Mind you, up until that point, Chet, hey, Big Shug. So, yeah, you know Big Chet.
Is my microphone sounding funny?
You know what? I'll help you remember him in a minute. Yeah. You done dab me with balls, Will. So before we got up there, all we know, through some of the videos and all that, Waterloo, whatever, was Q-Dogs. So we know the Q-Dogs, and then LaBelle Jackson came to Waterloo, and he started working for Upward Bound. So that was the first Kappa that week.
LaBelle Jackson.
Yeah, LaBelle Jackson. You used to fuck with him.
Okay.
And then when
Hold on. Look. Do I sound normal?
A little bit.
A little bit. Sound different. Okay, hold on. How about now?
Yeah, that's better.
That's better. Okay, yeah, cause it's damn mic, man. I can do funny voices on it, but you gotta click it a few times and then. But I thought I had went out and it was sounding funny to me. So okay.
It was. That's why I was like a little bit. It actually sounded cool, but that's why I said a little.
Yeah, it'll go deep and then it could go to like some alien, like yeah, and then it could go raw. It'll do some different stuff. I was messing with it when I first got it, and I called my wife on it, and she like, you was not about to be talking to me sounding like this. So yeah. But hey man, I got my money worth, man. Because at first I didn't even know, I had to sit down and just go ahead and read the pamphlet and just get the clicking. I said, oh, okay, it's different modes and different, you know what I mean?
Nah, you use that to the advantage. That's dope.
For sure. But one point that you had said that you had made that caught my interest, you was like, now I'm gonna be honest. You said it was two white boys that you knew was Bloods.
Yeah. It was Sean Houston, that whole little that was Bloods, man.
See, the thing
it's
about the only original, I'm be honest, the first original Blood that I knew in Waterloo was Butch Manning.
Well, I was about to say, and Butch, because Butch was down with
Now,
it.
Butch put them on, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, I'm going to tell you, now, you know, when I ran with Worm and Larry and them, and I ran with the, you know what I'm saying? You know, when
before y'all merged?
Right, before we merged, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, now that year, it wasn't no other Bloods. It was Vice Lords, it was GDs, and I don't remember the two white dudes. I ain't never seen. I don't know who them are, but I know Big Hoos.
Yeah.
I still, you know, he still came afterwards because I ended up once. Like I said, I can tell you how it all happened, but I ended up going to Clarinda Academy, and when I came home and graduated, it was a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? It was Bloods coming out the woodworks that, you know what I'm saying, I knew them, but I never knew them for being on that.
That they was affiliated, right?
Exactly. But I understood that, you know what I mean, Butch had branched out and, you know what I mean? So it was that's why my boy, I don't know if you remember Charles Hodges, Deanna Hodges' brother. You remember Deanna Hodges? Yeah. That's why they end up, moving to
Cedar Rapids.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Charles
with it.
Right. Yeah. I keep in touch with him now, man.
Charles, you, Face. Yeah, y'all was with it.
Yeah. That's why, and you know, when you said that, you know, Glenwood, when you said that, right?
I was over there for
my baby mama lived right there. You know what I'm saying? On Smith Street. Behind there was Glenwood. I used to have to walk through that alley and go right in front of J-Rock and them, rest in peace, J-Rock, in the Burton house. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So
hey, they had
that's why it was
down
funny.
for a minute, and then I know it was a shift. I went over there one day. It was I keep name dropping. My bad. It was some.
I mean, hey, my show wide open. You know.
Yeah.
You said who?
Huh?
You said who? Cliff?
It was some of the OG Crip cast, and it was Crip Hood. And I would walk through there, and my man was like, "Yo, say that shit you was saying on the bus." I was like, "Man, fuck, I ain't got no problems with y'all. Fuck that, I ain't doing no stupid shit like that." I said, "I was playing." So, long story short, I remember going through that shit and just having fun. But I was cool with most of them. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really have no funk like that. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, Pyro Almighty then took over. I was like, what happened to the Crips that was right there, yo? And then niggas read, hey, this is why that one Puffy song resonate with me. I Love You, Senorita on Puffy's his first album. I love you, baby. And my man say, we ran out of ammo and started throwing bottles. I remember y'all niggas was throwing rocks and bottles at each other and shit.
Hey, listen, I used to have to walk through there. Me and Charles, right?
Yeah.
But see, we had got into it. One of them, I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah.
He ain't here no more.
Yes, sir.
So, for some reason, he called me out, and I was actually the one who wasn't throwing no punches because I had the gun. They gave me the gun to hold, and I was mad because I didn't want the gun. I ain't never been the one to hold the gun. But
you always been a fighter. I can say that you was good with those.
Exactly. So I was mad, like, man, I can't fight, you know what I mean? So they was like, fuck it. We gonna meet up on Greenwood, and then we gonna settle this, right? So we go on Greenwood, and I'm chilling, and so they was like, okay, whoever you feel jumped you or who started it, call him out, and y'all go one-on-one. So I know damn well he ain't gonna call me out because for one, I ain't thrown not one punch, and for two, he knew he could whip me. Well, at least I thought he knew that. Man.
Right. Had to learn a lesson.
Make a long story short, man.
He had to learn that.
I Tyson that nigga. You know what I mean?
He had to learn that.
So shit, it just so happened my daughter's grandmother was looking out the window, seen the whole thing, and came out there, and I mean, after that, it was kind of a, slowly but surely a migration. Yeah. I ain't gonna say we moved them out, but like I said, a little while after that, I had ended up going away, so. It was like a war had went on, and it was a lot of shit that went down and shootouts and shit that I wasn't even involved in.
Yeah, it was a lot of them. And, we had the sisters that they was riding too. So
my baby mama, Deanna, hey sister.
Hey,
it's limitation. This shit is over on that shit. So I know what it was doing. I know exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's when my boy Sam Tucson was. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Come on, man. It was all of us. We was the original. You know what I mean? So it just
I always say it took some brothers with some real guts to merge that shit. I was like, hey, I was always cool with Bush though. That was my dude. You family. Fat Face is family too. That's my dude. Biological cousin.
Right. In the last I knew he was in Alaska, man.
Something like that, yeah.
I ain't seen him in so long.
Matter of fact, I had to holler at my uncle who in Denver. He told me he was up that way. I said I need to get out with him because I started laughing. I started thinking about that time on Glenwood. I'm like, yeah. Last time I seen Fat Face, motherfuckers was throwing rocks and bottles at Chris, but we didn't came a long way.
He was insane. But hey, all right, let's go back.
All right.
Upward Bound. Is Upward Bound still around in Waterloo?
Say it again.
Upward Bound. Is Upward Bound still around in Waterloo?
Yes, sir. The leader, Mickey Johnson, just retired. I forgot who replaced him, but it's still one of the things that's thriving in Waterloo. Definitely.
Now, I never got to go to Upward Bound. I don't know what credentials you needed to go there or what it took to get involved in that program. But can you break that down for me and my audience?
Yes, sir.
What Upward Bound, what that program was about in the Black community in Waterloo?
Sure. What Upward Bound was basically a guide for first generation youth to go to school. Basically low income. That was the qualification. Low income. Your parents didn't have a degree, and you had to have, I believe, a C average, something like that.
Really?
And what they would do with college prep you with courses. They will also have tutoring, and then they would have cultural trips. That's the trips I was talking about, whether you go to the zoo, the circus, but then out of state to different places. I remember when I was in there, we went to Memphis, we went to St. Louis, and we went to Chicago. We went to, I think, Cleveland. If I might be messing up trips, but we took 4 trips by the time I was there. All right, so that's and again, it helps you. Not only it helps you prepare for the SAT, the ACT. They help you with tutoring and math, science, and reading. And then too, once you get there, they're partnership under an umbrella, so they help you get to college. Everything hit all the I, dot all the I's and cross all the T's to get into school. And then once you're in the school, it's another program that's similar, called different things, but it's student support services. And what they do is their job is to help the first generation college student go from point A to point B, and point B is to graduate. So they give you all the opportunities, the tutoring, also stipends. I forgot you get paid for basically showing up and being cultured, And when I say that, just exposed to different things as well as just doing your work. So I'm like, damn. I was like, I ain't the world's smartest dude, but you gonna pay me for doing some shit I don't want to do? Nah, I don't want to do it.
Right. You know what I mean?
I know they
Right.
take that little cash. So that's
Okay.
basically what that is.
That's what's up, man. And you know, I really look
And then
back
hold on,
and
hold on.
really.
And then you got the McNair program. They help you get your doctorate degree or master's degree. You know what I'm saying? They set you into that other thing. So the trio umbrella is a few programs, and within it gets specific. But we were classic upper bound. You had math and science. That's why I said, you know, it exposed me to a lot of brainiacs because they had the math and science. That's the first time I ever been horseback riding and or been around people that was studying for competition.
Right.
You know, I didn't really take academics that seriously, but I knew I had to do just like anybody else, just enough to get by. I mean, because and this is why I end up one of my second jobs when I got down here was actually working for Upper Bound because of this. When I was in Upper Bound, and I teach my kids this, right? I said when I got there, I really was quiet. Why? Because one, I felt like I wasn't smart enough to be there, and I felt like I slipped through the cracks. And if I opened my mouth too long, I would be exposed. They'd be like, "Ah, nah, kick him out of here, kick him out." And that's how most of the first generation Black kids and Latinos be thinking. I'm not supposed to be here. I really got in here. Not all of them, because you have
They lack that confidence.
Right. And so I'm sitting there like, yo, I ain't supposed to be here. And you know, it's a lot more smarter people than me. And I tell my kids all that. I said, you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be. And when I say kids, I mean my biological kids as well as the ones that I assist now and have assisted. And I said, look, I said, sometimes people can break down your vibe or your confidence, but not have malice, no malintent. I said, for instance, I said one of the smartest people I know, Miss Inez Murtha, she was an AKA for the SOAR program. So when I got to college, she was like, to me, in my mind, I'm like, this is what you know, a sister's supposed to be. She Greek, she's smart. Right. So when she told me, mind you, I told you my mindset. When she told me micro and macro, smart people, the smartest people I know that had trouble, my original degree was marketing. I said, well, shit, if they having that shit trouble like that, it's gonna kill me. Let me get the fuck away from marketing. She deterred my dream. No, she's not a bad person. No, it's not her. But what I'm alluding to, I always tell my kids, you gotta have that confidence. And if you can't get it from the places that you need, know that you have other outlets. Go find it. Go plug yourself in. Because just because one person say no or say otherwise don't mean it's other than that. And that don't make them a bad person. She just used her what we talking about, our point of view, our experience, to try to help. And because I was scared, it didn't help me. It put me in a different direction. But it was a blessing in disguise because I can take that and help other, you know, other people come forward. Because that's how we are, man. That's where our power comes from, our strength backs. The Black community has always been like that. Each one teach. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Even when we tribal, we still teach in our circle different do's and don'ts. You know what I mean? So, you know, that was kind of that program, man.
So now, and what's going on today?
Talk to
me. Like, if you just had to just get something off your chest to speak about what's going on today and give your point of view.
Yes, sir.
Before we get ready to wrap this up.
Okay.
What's going on today? Like, I mean, freely. What would you want to get off your chest? What message would you want to put out there to everybody that you would want to hear your message?
Sure, I appreciate that. What I would say, in short, is to gather around as many like-minded people that you can and support one another. Whether it be a podcast, whether it be
a hat business, whether it be a shirt business, whether it be a restaurant. Get as many like-minded, and I'm gonna keep it funky because I don't keep it 100 though. I just get funky. I'm gonna keep it funky. Support black businesses. And the worst thing that I hear people say, and it's rooted in slave mentality, is that we can't get along. That's a false narrative, and I hate when that be passed along in conversation like an and, the, was, and a period. Nah, that's not true. That's a fable. Because again, I use the word tribal and tactfully because we do get along. Black people have never been monolithic where one person speaks for all of us. We just know we in a fucked up predicament, but we all come from different walks of life and see it different. One thing I say too is to always talk and build for understanding. Not trying to push an agenda to be right or wrong, because oftentimes you miss jewels, you miss lessons that you can teach and or be taught behind trying to be right or prove somebody wrong. Now, I mean, you got those people, in between. But I would say empower our own black people by getting around like-minded people, supporting each other and pushing that narrative. Also, another thing real quick is to work on emotional intelligence. By instinct, by universal law, us black people are emotional beings, right? However, in these climates and elements, we gotta know when our triggers are being pushed to push us in a direction sometimes we may or may not need to be in. So just like when we talk about the two candidates for presidential, if we lay out different policies and different things that benefit black people and we don't put a name to it, more people agree. But as soon as you put a name like Trump or Biden, it's a trigger point. People turn off and they go that way. So I just say do your due diligence, even though just when we talk about the common thing, okay, Joe Biden, who is the best fit for black people? Okay, now they both gonna say some idiot shit, but again, the majority of black people, how we come from, especially our age, are more conservative, meaning we, we family orientated. We want to protect ourselves. We want employment opportunities. And I'm not here to push either side. I'm just saying do your due diligence. Don't take the thing of anybody but Trump, because we can get a lot worse. And also too, I'm gonna say this: there's no such thing as a wasted vote, because people right now we in the season they're saying vote. Okay, cool. Know this: if you vote for somebody other than Joe Biden and or Donald Trump, that vote is not wasted, and it's not a vote for or against that person. Okay. For instance, just like in 4 years ago, when it was Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, I was like, fuck that. My ancestors died for me to have the right. I'm going to exercise it. And right. It's actually more parties when you look on the ballot. So I voted for the Green Party. It was this white chick named Jill, and she had a brother that was her vice president. But I went in to look at some of the things that they were about.
Okay, now hold on. Rewind.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you said you voted for the Green Party, which was,
yes, sir.
Instead of voting for who?
Instead of voting for Donald Trump and or Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And some people don't get it because it's simple mathematics. 2 + 2 is 4 all day. 2 + 2 can never be 7. Never. So when people say, well, if you voted for that means you voted for Trump. I'm like,
that don't make logical sense. That's an emotional response. Hold that down, homie.
So what makes? I mean, what logical sense did they even? I mean, I'm sure you probably didn't even go there to listen to them and say what make you think that me voting for them automatically made me vote for Trump?
You know what? Again, it's an
I mean, I
emotional.
know you didn't go there with him. I know you
That's
didn't
all
go
it
there with him.
Yeah, it was an emotional response, man. So all I'm saying is whatever you do, you know, to your platform and, you know, to us people, because that's who's listening.
My platform is your platform. I'm here for the people, bro.
There we go. Just make sure you do your due diligence and don't let nobody push your trigger points where you miss out on something. You know what I mean? Again, if Donald Trump is a racist, that's cool, but Joe Biden is a racist too. So we neutralize the racist thing. Now we got to look at what we can come away from. You know what I mean? You might figure I can't come away with nothing, and you vote for the independent person because it's another independent party on there. You know, just the two bigger parties that we concentrate on, and you know, don't let nobody talk you out of your stance. You know, your belief is your belief. Stand on that shit, ride with it, but also don't let it blind you. Be able to bend and change it because your perspective sometimes has to change given what we're up against, because some things won't work. You know what I mean? It'd be like trying to put this in, you know, into a square shape. It just don't fit sometimes. You gotta adjust. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. Word, bro. And another thing.
What up?
Okay. Reparations.
Yes, sir. Past due.
Past due. Do you think we on something right now? You think? I mean, it's in discussion, but you know what I mean. I think it's a forbidden somewhere in the book that we ain't never seen. Somewhere in that white supremacy book that they like we ain't never giving him no reparation. I've been dead on my dead body. Now it's their great grandkids and they, you know what I mean? Look, damn, y'all for real though, y'all ain't gonna come up off that, bruh. You can't tell me y'all ain't got it.
They got it. They got it. Hey, put it this way. You'll hear the trumpets playing. If the day they say we getting reparations and they mean it, listen for them trumpets. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. Straight up.
Hey, that's it, huh? The reparations is Jesus. Is the what you saying? The reparations is Jesus coming?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Reparations is coming with Jesus, huh?
Hey, it's a wrap.
I hope I lose no subscribers.
You know, people spending big words talking about, well, this is no, it's a wrap. Because what that would undermine would be the whole fabric of this country and how it's based, not only here on this land, but we talking worldwide. Because a lot of how our practices are intertwined with other countries and other leaders. You know what I mean?
So them paying us would just undermine the whole everything.
Man, the whole card coming loose, man. Hellfire and damnation.
That's blatantly saying we were wrong.
But man, you know how when we talk about slavery, you know how many people we have to hold accountable, including some of our own. That's a nasty thing. But at the same time,
we can only hold that's cool, fine and dandy, but we talking about America.
Okay, but when we talk about slavery though, the reparation, it surpasses America. Everybody has their hand in it. And we talk about some of the big businesses. That's why I say it's bigger than America, because a lot of the big businesses, you'll see some like Chase Bank and and a few others, you know, they'll say, well, we giving $3 million to Juneteenth or to cultural awareness or some shit like that for black people. And I'm like, 30 million, motherfucker? And your whole family is beyond rich behind and capturing these slaves, nigga.
Hey, if all they had was $3 million,
30 million? I mean, that's like me coming to your house, smacking everybody, emptying y'all wallets, and then saying, you know what, Makai? Man, you're going to be hungry tomorrow. Let me give you $20 for lunch, my nigga. And you like, what? Nigga, you just smacked up my wife, my kids, and you robbed us. You gonna give me $20? I'm on your ass. That's how we need to. That's why when I say concentrate on black business, that's that mentality. We on your ass. You done did us wrong. You like the Jews call us what, liquid currency or some shit, liquid gold.
Yeah.
Our money just. We can't hold on.
We do not. We don't like money. We like the things that we can get with money.
Right. I mean, that stemmed into the mentality from slavery too. It's post-traumatic syndrome. I mean, we ain't had a lot over the years, so that's why when people like, why? Well, I had a conversation. Why your people so flashy? I said, man, we've been at the bottom so long. When we get to take some shit, right. We want to see how that shit feel at the table. Now you got enough of us collective minds to say, you know, it ain't just enough to have a seat at the table, bruh. It ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? We want a building that you can come over to and sit at our table too. You know what I mean?
Hey, let's have this meeting here. Let's have this meeting at my house.
There we go.
At my table. I got a place for all y'all. You know
there you go.
BYOB though. You feel me? I'll feed you. But BYOB, now let's talk.
let's get it.
I got enough food to feed you. Let's talk though. Bring your own bottle. Introduce me to something I ain't had. Let's drink.
Okay.
Let's talk.
Okay.
Like me. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what we gotta do. That's where the spending our money amongst each other in our, you know what I mean? That's what it's gonna come to. But we gotta now. It's coming. It's doing a lot more than.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Where everybody's sharing their black businesses, no matter what it is, no matter if it's a podcast, no matter if it's goddamn they make candles, no matter if paper. Goddamn sea moss. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I'm literally, they shared, people have been subscribing to my page just on the strength. Let's all connect. I'm gonna show you, and it's been some shit changing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. Now I know a lot of them other people that they might not be feeling that shit, but it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? It's time, long overdue, like you said.
They might not be, they might not be with it, but they gon' get with it because it's our culture. Our culture is magnetic. Why are we magnetic? Because we the mothers and fathers of the universe, man. I shared this analogy, man, when we was talking about race, and this is strictly my own, and I'm not trying to push anything because I was teaching my kids. Now I'm not sharing this to be right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm just sharing it because it's love. Right. And they said, why do white people hate us so much, right? And I had to think, and I told them, I said, just like this. I said, you ever notice when we go somewhere, whether it be to a funeral, whether it be to a family reunion, that you might see cousin Trey or Aunt Trisha, either with a white dude, he cool, an Asian, he cool, Mexican, he cool. Don't nobody fuck with them unless they some assholes or whatever nationality, right? I said, because of what I just said, we are the mothers and fathers of civilization. So I said, but you have this thing called sibling rivalry, right? And I said, sometimes they don't get along, but they always recognize who their parents are. And your parents are always open to all their kids, no matter when they do right or wrong or some dumb shit. It has to take a special child that's fucked up to not get a mother and father's love. You really have to do some shit. Let's just keep it that way.
You gotta keep or just keep doing some shit.
Right. And even then, you know, we'd be like, God damn it, I'm gonna bail you out, or I'm gonna do this. That love, you know, or do tough love. But what I'm getting at is this. So I used that analogy, and I said, well, when it comes to our Caucasian brother children, I said it's like when we talk about them, they are mutations first and foremost, right? And this is scientifically proven. So I said, but that mind, I said, you ever had a special needs child that's, you know, very special, and they might be like, hit motherfuckers do this because they special. I said, so when you look at it like that, I think they miss a couple of genes. So when you go to touch them, it hurt them where it's supposed to be love. And I said, so you got to think like that. Now, am I saying all white people are this or like that? No, I just use facts, but I'm just saying it's some, like you and I know, it's cool white people, white dudes, white girls, whatever. I'll be funky. It was a lot of doing abolitionists that died to help us, and it's people that's doing that now. But I'm talking about a society as a whole to keep your hand on the swivel. And that's the best analogy I can come up with. I said is you have to treat them differently than the other children, because they'll fight you, they'll bite you. Your love and touch ain't the same as when you hug, you know, one of your other. It's special needs, and that's how you have to go through life. I said because you'll be in a work scenario, and you have to switch to make them feel comfortable. And we call it the code, switching codes. You be like, hey, it's fucking awesome, man. And then me and you get around like, that motherfucker tripping, my dude. You be like, hell yeah. You do that, you know what I'm saying? Where they don't have to do that code. And I said, that's what that come apart. So, hey, anybody out there that want to have a conversation, don't be like, man, fuck that dude. He said some shit about white people and he was racist. I can't be racist for one, and for two, if you can't see what I just said, yeah, we definitely do need to have a talk on history and some other stuff on life points. But that's neither here nor there, my dude. I appreciate you, man.
Man, I appreciate you. Now, before we get out of here, man, what happened to the hat, man? I was waiting for you to tell me where to send my money, man, to get the hat, man. And
you know what? You can cash app it to cash $BBWCBM. In the note, just let me know what color you want and your address, and I'm shipping it. I got a shipment tomorrow. You can actually come see the colors on my Facebook page, which is Sallis, and or my Instagram is Salantino Red. Hit me up. At the same time, I want to throw a shout out to the Mixtape Show, DJ Kawan, and the group Homie Entertainment, holding down Dallas. They some thorough people, thorough interviews. If you don't haven't did so, subscribe to them as well. Who else? Oh, One Love Lounge in Arlington. Great atmosphere, great Jamaican food, Caribbean food, Black owned. Who else can I throw a shout out to? To the Noops and the Metroplex, that's the Kappas. I say, yo, keep doing what you're doing. They have a phenomenal thing called the Kappa League, where they guide a bunch of young men, to-be men, teaching ties, taking them different places. Shout out to the Grand Prairie Alumni chapter and their Kappa League. Also, to all Black men, love y'all. You know, let's connect. Also to all the queens. God ain't never created nothing better than a Black woman. If he did, he kept that shit to himself. You know, with that note, hey, I see you.
Am I doing it right? Can I
do
it?
I see you over there. I see you over there. Hey, you've been watching them little Boosie videos and shit.
Hey, straight up, my wife's cousin, man, he a Kappa, man. That's who DJs our wedding and stuff, man. And his
Oh,
wife
he did?
who did our wedding pictures, our she also did our goddamn engagement pictures. She also did her 40th birthday pictures.
They here in the Metroplex?
She do hair. She do. They also man, they got a lot of stuff, man. I'm a plug y'all, man. But his name
Please
is actually,
do.
His name is Nuke, but he a Kappa too, man. His DJ name is Kappa Man. DJ Kappa Man.
Where they at? They in the city?
Yeah, they down here, man. Yep, they're here.
Okay.
I'm gonna plug y'all, man. And also, everybody hit the like button, subscribe, and I need you to. So everybody, I'm not calling nobody slow, but anybody who didn't catch anything you said on the YouTube page, tag you on it. Go ahead and give that information to everybody, man, so they can reach out to everybody that you just shouted out. You know what I mean?
Okay. I got you. So just run it down the line one more time.
You can run it down the line one more time, but you can also, like I said, just go in there and just leave a message and put it in there, and that way people they can just tap on it and be connected in with everything just like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's smooth.
People ain't got to write it down and be trying to listen to you.
It's another group I'm gonna put you in after this. I'm gonna go on Facebook. It's the DFW Black-owned businesses, and it's a restaurants.
I think I might be in that group. I might be in that group.
Okay.
I might be, but still.
You know what? I should have asked you. Are you in there?
Yeah, but no, it's all good. Just in case, still lock me in with it and let me know, man. But hey, man, I sure appreciate you, man. I enjoyed it, man. It's all love. Back, you know what I mean? I hope you enjoyed your stuff on here, and this ain't gonna be the last one. This is only the first one, and we're gonna keep it lit. You know what I mean? So, hey, once again, that hat, you know what I mean? I need to know that where I need to send that to. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, let me know pronto, ASAP, because I'm shooting out to Vegas for my birthday, and if I can get a red one like that, and I can get a black one with the white, it'll go with my podcast shirts, so I can rep us both at the same time. You feel me?
I got you with a black one, but I'm all out of red until I re-up. All I got is purple. Huh? You don't want this one, man. I've been walking in it, sweating in it. Nah, I can't. That's bad business.
Sign it.
Huh?
Sign it. You feel me? Hey, man. Hey, I'm saying you sign. Hey.
I got you.
But nah, yeah, it's all good, man. Just let me know, man. It's all good.
Okay.
All right. Peace, man. What up?
Peace.